Are you one of those people that love both law of attraction and infatuated with the motion code, and you want to know what the connection is? I'm going to tell you the connection is everything. Everything. And today we're going to be talking about the connection between law of attraction and the HeartWall, taken from the Emotion Code book with Dr. Bradley Nelson. So we're going to talk about that today. And hello, everybody. My name is Michael Loche. I am the author of the book, The Law of Attraction. So I've been teaching for 18 years. And then when I learned about the emotion code, I really got to see the connection. And of course, that's where my interest grew with the subject. And today, John's going to be talking about the emotion code and HeartWall. I'm going to be talking about law of attraction. You're going to have a clear understanding why they are BFFs. John, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, my name is John Inverarity, a certified emotion code and body code practitioner. And yeah, working with people all over the world on various concerns. Yeah, HeartWall is a very, very hot topic these days and always has been. And, when people come to me wanting a session, they're like, oh, hey, can you, check on my HeartWall, see if I have one. So we're going to get into that, explain it, and how it connects up to law of attraction.
Yet if you don't even know to ask for a HeartWall, well, today you'll know why you'll want to ask for one. You'll probably get one anyway because it's good. It's good to clear people's heart walls, but because people don't always say, I want a heart wall. What they might say, my life sucks and people hate me and people are responding to me negative, and I always have, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, okay. Hashtag, you might have a heart wall. So good morning, everybody, and welcome. Let us know in the chat that you're with us. We see Sylvia Bellini's with us from sunny London in the UK. Let us know that you're watching. We'd love to hear from you. We are on episode number 218. Can you believe that? I can. And look at this. We have a new name. We're called Releasing Negative Emotions. If you would like to be notified by email on Friday morning, and again, a half hour before the show, I just put the link in the chat there, and we'll let you know so you can be prepared for the next 4 or 5 weeks. I won't give a time, but we are going to be talking about the connection between emotion code and law of attraction using different subjects. And today, it's all about the HeartWall. John's going to cue us up on that in a minute. But first, let's do a quick mini law of attraction training session. Most of you might know me from my book, Law of Attraction. And in my book, here is my best friend right here. It's called the Vibrational Bubble guy. And he's totally not me, but we all have one. And this vibrational bubble is a pretend bubble that's around you. And you say, I have a vibrational bubble? I have a vibe? Yes, you have a vibe. You see, a vibe is just a mood or a feeling. And right now, you have a mood or a feeling. You cannot not have one. It's either a negative vibe or a negative feeling. So that means the vibe that you're sending right here is either negative or positive. And you cannot not be sending one, and there's not in the middle. There's not one in the middle. So you're thinking, so what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is there's an eavesdropper in the room. It's called law of attraction. And it's eavesdropping on you, and it's not a person, it's just energy. It's responding to the vibe that's in your vibrational bubble. What does that mean? Well, the times maybe you were complaining about something that you didn't like and you told 10 friends and you complained about it more and you talked about it. And boy, you were so full of that. Your bubble was so full of that negative experience. And then guess what? Law of attraction was eavesdropping on this vibration of this thing that you're complaining about, and it does its job. You see that law of attraction has a 2-word job description: match vibrations. So when you're complaining and talking about what you don't want and being negative, you're sending a negative vibration. You don't mean to send a negative vibration, but what you're giving attention to causes you to have a negative vibe. How about when you're celebrating and talking about the good things and talking about the success here, esteeming yourself, now you're including that vibration. I'll make my point again and again. Right now, you cannot not have a vibe. There's only 2 kinds, positive or negative. And right now, the obedient law of attraction, which is this universal energy, is responding to the vibe, and wait for it, giving you more of the same, whether negative or positive. With all due respect, law of attraction isn't very smart, but it is very obedient. Are you curious about what's in your vibe with relationships? What is the vibe? This is where John's going to come in later. What is the vibe that you're sending about a specific person? Did they tick you off years ago and you're still harboring that? Or maybe have a wall around you with that person? You don't trust them anymore? My hunch is yes. And that's an old emotion that you never dealt with. So listen, this is where law of attraction coming in. So the vibration that you're sending about that person is what they're responding to. Yeah, they always tick me off. Guess what? They'll always tick you off. The vibration started with you. So can you think of somebody in your life or the world or your children, your spouse, your workmates, your employees, your student, your bosses? Do you have an old vibe that you're sending about them that's contaminated your vibration about them? How can you tell? Guess what? You can tell by what you're getting. Your results of what you're getting from other people, wait for it, is matching the vibration that you're sending about them. I wish I had that in my chat. Someone chat that. Sandra, Natasha, Tahini, can you write this for me? The response that I'm getting from others, I'll say it again. The response that I'm getting from others is matching the vibration that I'm sending about them. Is matching the vibration that I'm sending about them. Yes, you're sending love, but it has a little contamination of something else. And they cannot not respond to it. That would be against the law. So right now, the things that you're attracting with this person and this person and this group of people, maybe you have a vibe about prospects or customers or clients or job interview people, or even getting, or the people that you, during the interview, customers, clients, they're responding to the vibration that you're sending about them. Okay, we are going to show a couple helpers here. Look for the helpers. Just did. There is Natasha. John, would like to hear from another voice. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Natasha. Hey, thanks for joining us. She's joining us from the Caribbean. Yeah, and she is saying, yeah, the response that I'm getting from others is matching the vibration I am sending about them. And Sandra's helping out. Tahani's helping out as well. Thanks so much.
Okay, Sandra, very good. Just a little shout out, everybody.
Yeah. Tahani from,
the more you hear that, it's like it takes a while to settle. You mean what I'm getting from that person is matching the vibration that I'm getting about them? Yes. But here's the good news. Oh, it's such good news. It's so good news you don't even know it's good news. The good news is John and I are able to find out that old emotion that you're sending about someone from home over a Zoom or an email. We can identify the old emotion that's between you and them. Now, cue law of attraction. John comes in, goes into your vibrational bubble, deletes the emotion, and now you got a new vibe. I'd like my helpers, write this down. When I send a new vibe, I get new results. Now I'm sending a new vibration, I'm getting new results. Law of attraction doesn't remember what the vibration used to be because it's not very smart. It doesn't have a memory, it doesn't have a catalog, it doesn't say, oh, they had negative vibe. It doesn't know that because it's not a person, it's not very smart. It's obedient in the very moment. The very moment that John and I delete that unprocessed negative emotion, now you're sending a new vibe. It would be against the law for the other person not to respond to the new vibration. Oh, did I remind you the name of our new show? Releasing Negative Emotions. Ah, that's what you do. Yes, and you have them. And they're called the HeartWall. Thank you, everybody. Let me know in the chat something that you got today in that little mini training session that was helpful. But I do want to help you out a little bit. I'm going to take 3 or 4 minutes. John's going to queue up, talk about the HeartWall. where it comes from, and so on. And he might even be looking for a volunteer. John, do you think you're going to want to do one heart wall with somebody specifically?
Well, maybe if someone, if someone thinks that they might have a heart wall or heart wall emotion with someone specific and they can't, shake that negativity in that relationship, then yeah, volunteer and give us some context. But I'll get into the heart wall right now here and a little bit more about trapped emotions. And yeah, thanks for everyone for helping out in the comments here. That's great. A few more people joined in from YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So
just acknowledge a couple of people and then we'll queue up for you.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, great.
I'm seeing our friend Jennifer Towner. She's giving us a shout out, a good morning.
Hey, Jennifer. Yeah.
And Adam is from YouTube is saying, what do you do once a negative vibe affects your state and you think you can't get out of it? Well, as emotion code practitioners, what we could do for you as your proxy on you could learn how to do emotion code as well, but that emotion that you're feeling is one of these. And when you can identify its name, it can be deleted. That's what we're going to do today. So stay tuned, Adam, and you'll see how John's going to be able to do just that for someone. Find this negative. You might not even know what it's called. There's a little negative charge. There's conflict with that person. You don't know the name of it. That's what we do. We find out the name of it and delete it. So stay tuned for that. Tahani is saying, there we go. When I send a new vibe, I get new results. We love that. Matter of fact, write this one down too for me. The only way to get a different result is to send a different vibration.
Seems so simple when you say it like that.
Okay, Jennifer's got a law of attraction story for us. Go ahead, John.
Jennifer's saying, I missed the training, but I've been raising my vibe over the past few weeks and the abundance is coming.
Very nice. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Hey, I just want to make a quick comment about raising my vibe, because people don't even, what does it mean, raise your vibe? Do I have to levitate? No, this is what it means in my world. This is the lower part of the dial. So to raise your vibration means to raise the dial. So the best way to get here, Sandra, can you know what? I want my helpers to write this. The best way to have a positive vibration is to get rid of negative vibrations. In other words, the best way to become more positive is to become less negative. Write that. The best way to become more positive is to become less negative. Okay, John, we've got a vibe going on with people. Cue you with the emotion code and the impact of this unprocessed vibe.
Right, yeah, so how to be less negative, how to release these negative emotions. So we'll talk about, the trapped emotion first that we've been referring to. We showed the chart a couple hundred times already today. So this is the emotion code chart. There's 60 emotions on it, and they're negative emotions. They're little balls of energy, and they're radiating, they're vibrating, negativity. So you see that dial 1 to 100, they're all, 50 or lower, at least, probably more like, 30 or lower on the dial. So really, really negative. And, they're just going to bring all these emotions are going to bring your whole vibe down. And, so we'll get into the heart wall here. And you have to think about the heart as like a brain and even like, a supercomputer, so to speak, as well as the subconscious. But the heart is more than just a pump. And there's devices that can actually, that tell us, medical devices that tell us that there's more messages that originate from the heart that go heart to brain than vice versa, than brain to heart. So you can think of like a heart as being like, the boss running the show kind of a thing. So, okay, so we got the emotions, we've got the heart, and so what? Okay, so when you go through, difficult times, traumatic experiences, the heart feels that and it gets hurt. And, it doesn't want to feel that again. So it builds a wall of protection. So it doesn't, feel that all that negativity, going forward, which is good, in battle circumstances and traumatic experiences. But, long term, weeks or months or years down the road, you don't need that wall. It's still going to be there, and it can, create conflict in relationships and, feelings of sadness, loneliness, kind of like you're isolated, that kind of thing. Right. And so, when you are going through these troubling times, the heart will like just grab emotions from, other areas of your body and just bring it around there and sort of like building blocks. And it can, it can take, days, weeks, months, your whole life of sort of building up these building blocks, and it's going to stay there until you clear it. So when you're have these repeat patterns in relationships, whether it be like, personal, intimate, or, workplace relationships, and you're seeing the same kind of thing, it's, a lot of the time it is because of that you have the same emotions around your heart, and that's, the vibe that you're setting or sending. So, how to change that, how to clear that. So yeah, as emotion code practitioners, we can, connect up to you, act as a proxy, and we actually communicate with your subconscious mind and find out which emotions are around your heart. And we get through muscle testing. So we're muscle testing, getting a yes or no response. So we can do a little bit of demo on that today if someone's up for it. We're clearing out these negative emotions, or trapped emotions. And so then once that's cleared, your heart is sending, a more, pure, loving energy. And we clear it with a magnet. So we if you're new to the show, we use magnets. And we just, swipe it over the governing meridian. That's the application. And so once they're all cleared out, you have that love, the joy, the happiness that you're feeling internally, more self-love, and you're sending that out. And, other people with that high vibe state will, come into your life, and you'll attract, more love, happiness, better relationships, overall, maybe even more calmness and feeling more grounded. So there's a lot of benefits to clearing your heart wall.
Yeah. Hey, John, if you're watching in the audience and you've had a HeartWall session with John or I or anybody, what were some of the things that you noticed? And I mean, immediately after having this emotion removed from your heart, people respond. And I even tell my clients, here's what you can expect. You can expect that people are going to respond to you differently. And I say with so much confidence. Why? Because this happened. The vibe got reset. That pure loving heart that was contaminated with that abandonment or betrayal. Imagine getting rid of those. Your vibration has been reset, John. When the vibration gets reset, what else gets reset?
Yeah, your vibe, your bubble. That's what you're radiating out. Yeah.
The results, people responding different, feeling good about yourself. Money, a lot of money stuff has a lot to do with the heart wall. We had interviewed Dr. Bradley, the author of the Emotion Code, on this show a couple of years ago, and he brought some light to this conversation today. Was about this is the connection between law of attraction and emotion code, was because emotion code practitioners are deleters. We're deleters.
Yeah.
Imagine sending a negative vibration and having it delete it and not sending it anymore.
Yeah. We talked about what was that movie, The Secret, right? We were talking about that, and that's the law of attraction movie that kind of, propelled, law of attraction.
The awareness of it, yes.
Yeah, and then Dr. Brad's like, this one part in the movie where they say this, that's kind of where law of attraction comes in. It's like, so what about law of attraction, right? It's kind of like, what do you do to, kick that negative vibe, right? Like, it was like,
and positive thinking is just words, but those doesn't mean the vibration's positive.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this month. A positive affirmation sends a negative vibration. Yeah, stay tuned for that. And probably episode 219 or 220, I'm going to talk about this myth that your positive, I know people stop right now, that your positive affirmation might not be working for you. We're going to tell you why, and that impacted emotion code. Everything's so connected. We could be here all month. Hey, but listen, John has come up with our topics for December, so you might want to plot your calendar. We'll be here every Saturday except for Christmas Day Saturday. John, what is our theme for December, please?
December, yeah. So we're doing fears, and we're going to cover like a lot of the common fears for people, and maybe even make it, open-ended for people. And, you can come tell us what your specific.
Then we'll title the show afterwards, right? If people want to do fear of driving or fear of public speaking, fear of Facebook Live, like we don't have to build the list, they will. It's a great topic. And so we'll be planning to join us in December for those shows.
Yeah.
Okay, now, listen, I want to do a quick little reminder. I'm going to show some, I've just finished a Law of Attraction button collection. And when I say button collection, I mean these buttons. They're actually little buttons, but I don't sell them. But you can take download these. That's what I did, the button collection. I just put the URL on the right-hand side. So if you're a Law of Attraction fan and you love to have daily reminders to keep you in the flow, this is 2 of the 6. They're free. I just print them off as a photo at the London Drugs or a photo lab and put them on a little piece of foam core. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but one of the differences between me and most people think it's because I'm the Law of Attraction guy that it works better for me. No, the biggest difference is because I have reminders. I wrote the book Law of Attraction. I still have reminders in my house. You can too. Download them for free. Send them to your photo lab, get them printed, make them important, and have them be your daily reminders. Okay, John, my hunch is there's people thinking, ooh, I need a HeartWall session. Tell people what that might look like for them to end up working with you or I. What would be the process? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so we both have brilliant online scheduling systems and calendars that we get compliments on all the time. And so you go to our website. So I'm at aliveandpure.com. Michael is at michaellozier.com. And if you want to have a one-on-one session with us, we recommend like a package to start, like 2 or 3 sessions. As you see the most benefit after multiple sessions. And yeah, so we have these planners or menus of hot topics and things that we're good at, things that we've seen success with when doing emotion code and body code with people. And so take a look at that. And so you can go in, find a time that works best for you, links up to payment, and we can have a session over video like Zoom or email. You can just email us a list and we can work on you or your kids or your pets. Or if not, you can phone us from your car in your driveway. If the house is too chaotic, that happens a lot.
I think you said earlier, like me, I worked with a lot of people in their car over the pandemic. People just want to get out of their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they bring coffee and snacks with them. Like they're there. They went to the car to have the meeting. So we can work with you anywhere.
And that's it. Yeah. So we are here as practitioners. I'd like to help you clear your heart wall emotions and other various ailments, aches, pains, fears. The last 4 weeks we did aches and pains. So yeah, it'd be nice to have an update from someone that we worked with in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I was just scrolling. People were watching, participating. Hey, listen, are you on Clubhouse, everybody? I am. I've got 2 months of Law of Attraction Clubhouse events. What is Clubhouse? It's an app on your phone that you don't have to prepare your hair for. Are you in? There's no need to prepare your hair to get on Clubhouse. It's all audio. You can listen in. You can come in, ask questions, and participate. The app is called Clubhouse, one word. And I'm doing lots of work on Clubhouse, meeting lots of new friends. Last night I did a 2-hour Q&A. It was so much fun. I just put the link to that club. When you join that club, when I go live, you'll get a notification. The thoughts of fun on Clubhouse. Okay, John, one more time, I'm going to show people if they would like to be notified every Friday of this week's, the upcoming topic. We just put the link on how to do that. And join us with the Release Negative Emotions show next Saturday. Get the notification.
Hey, we have some updates.
Okay, let's do it. Where are you seeing that,
Yeah,
John?
Lisa. I worked with Lisa last week, and she says, I found slight improvement in my back, but moved to my left hip. That's interesting. I actually have seen that before. It's not uncommon to see that. So trapped emotions are getting cleared out from one area, and that area then can go in and start healing rapidly. And then maybe another area has been compensating, or maybe you're overcompensating now. And so that area, maybe it's kind of like just vulnerable and weak. And so it kind of goes, another area shows up. Also, what can happen is that, that left hip or, a previous injury from years and years and years and decades ago sort of went away. But now that you've cleared the back, that previous, injury or whatever kind of like shows up. I've seen that before, right? So we're clearing out in layers.
Yeah,
And
and it's the same emotion. So people say, "Oh, it's back." The pain is back, but not the emotion. So it's a new emotion. What you're
new emotion, new area, new concern. But yeah,
at least I think it's worthy to book an appointment with John and get your shoulders and your neck and your spine and your just do it's almost like a full body scan. Like just get everything working nicely. You saw results in 1 or 2 minutes. Do yourself a favor and get some body work done on Zoom. I know.
And Jennifer has an update. Thanks, Jennifer. So she says, not pain related, but I have not had Ruffles potato chips since it was cleared. That's awesome. That was a couple months ago too. So,
and all the times I've ever done food items on myself and other people, here's the buggers: potato chips and bread. And the reason why is because there's so many permutations and combinations of different kinds of bread. And same with potato chips. We've been having them our whole lives. So the chances of us having an emotion during a potato chip was pretty high.
Yeah.
But I can get it to zero. Done it many times.
Chips, pop. The grocery store, there's just an entire aisle dedicated to pop and chips, right? So it's common. Yeah. And ice cream.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have it in front of me, but I, in my my 4-week group. Oh yeah, it's right here. Here's pages of these are people and the food items, hundreds and hundreds of food items. I have class reunions with them, and they've never touched anything. Some people forgot that they used to like one.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm shocked that it just works so well.
I'm happy about it too. And I kind of feel I discovered it because that was my interest, right? It's like, I was just doing emotion code so broadly about, having reduced my body weight, but that's, it's way bigger than that one question. And then I remember eating something. I thought, I'm going to ask myself, and boom. And what I learned was, say, for example, licorice. I used to like licorice. Is that I was able, through muscle testing, to go back to the time then I was eating licorice and had this negative experience, and it was fear. So I was eating licorice, I got scared about something, and I deleted that one emotion, and I haven't had licorice since. And I used to buy it by the bag, the big bag. So once I deleted that connection, I never wanted it again. So whether it's Coca-Cola or potato chips or French fries or Chick-fil-A chicken or Chick-fil-A. These are things that are so common. Chick-fil-A chicken, Chick-fil-A chocolate chip cookies, ice cream. You were eating it at a time, got the emotion. John and I could delete it like that for you. Okay, we had a good show today. Thanks everybody for hanging out, all the participation. Be sure to join us next week. And we're continuing on with law of attraction and emotion code connection with the new connection next week live here on the Releasing Negative Emotion Show. See you later. John, that was a good day today.
Yeah,
see you later.
Thanks everyone. Have a great week.